This series is about part 4 covers, part of a larger podcast about my 70-year hobby of stamp collecting. Covers includes typically first day covers, first flight covers, and in particular we're going to look tonight at Butterfield Overland Stage Mail Service, first run Tipton to San Francisco. When a cover is when a stamp becomes a story. A stamp is affixed to an envelope is placed in the postal system, the stamped envelope is postmarked, then the stamped envelope is delivered. The delivered envelope and stamp are preserved by a collector. Most common cover known is a first day cover. Another common cover known is a first flight cover, which covers the first flight of an airline to carry a certain particular mail. An example of commemoration covers is a Butterfield cover. That's what we're going to look at tonight. The Butterfield process began in, I think it was in 1959, 58. I placed a stamp on an envelope. I addressed the envelope to myself in Grandview, Missouri. I placed it in another envelope addressed to the postmaster of a town on the commemoration route and with a note, please postmark on commemoration date and time. There is a story behind every stamp cover. This one is covered very much in detail in a book entitled The Butterfield Overland Mail by Waterman L. Hornsby, the only through passenger on the first westbound stage. I actually have about 18 of these commemorative covers dated between September 16th and October 10th, 1958, commemorating the 100th anniversary of 1858. The first one starts off in September 16th, 6 a.m. in 1858, and then the cover we're looking at begins in 1958. It arrives in Tipton, Missouri, about 150 miles away at 11 a.m. The reason is because that was a train route. That's as far west as the train went from St. Louis to mid-Missouri. Then at Tipton, it began a stage route to Warsaw, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Durant, Oklahoma, Sherman, Texas, Jacksonville, Texas, Albany, Texas, San Angelo, Texas, McCamey, Texas, Anson, Texas, Carson, New Mexico, El Paso, Texas, Lordsburg, New Mexico, Portersville, California. And I do not have the last stop, which is San Francisco. We might look at the first cover here. Postmark St. Louis, Missouri, September 16th, 6 a.m. The next cover, postmark Tipton, Missouri. We have what's called a cachet over here. They stamped this at the post office. Butterfield Overland Stage Mail Service, first run Tipton to San Francisco, September 16th to October 10th, 1858. Here we have the current postmark, Tipton, Missouri, 11 a.m., 1958. Next stop I have is September 16th, 4 p.m. that day, Warsaw, Missouri. Again, another cachet. See the address down here to myself. Then a Springfield, Missouri. Springfield, Missouri participates. 2 p.m. on the 17th. Fayetteville, Arkansas, September 19th, 6:30. Fort Smith, Arkansas, September 19th, 3 p.m. Durant, Oklahoma, September 20th, 5 p.m. Sherman, Texas, September 22nd, 8 a.m. These gauges are actually going non-stop. Over the mail, Durant, Choctaw Nation, Jacksboro, Texas. Anson, Texas on September 25th. Albany, Texas on September 24th. San Angelo, Texas, September 25th, 3 p.m. McCamey, Texas, September 27th, 9 a.m. Del City on the 29th. Carson, New Mexico on the 29th. El Paso, September 30th, 5:30 a.m. Lordsburg, New Mexico, October 1st, 4 p.m. Portersville, Arkansas, Portersville, California, October 9th, 7 a.m. Interesting enough, here's a first day cover for the Butterfield stamp. It was issued on the last day of the stage run, October 10th, 9 a.m. in San Francisco. Well, what can we conclude here? Well, we'll conclude first of all that during this part 4 of the Philatelic podcast, we looked at covers. We commemorated the creation of John's Butterfield covers, which commemorated the first westward run of the Butterfield stage line. It began on September 16th, 1858 at 6 a.m. in St. Louis and ended in San Francisco on October 10th, 9 a.m. at 1858. The cover tells the stories. The stamps paid the postage.